What's up, you guys? It's your brother Trey. So, if you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you found me through Google or whatever, just some searches, I hope that this kind of answers will give you a little insight on this. I actually just got done searching on my phone right now. It's about 1:21 Central Time in the morning right now. And I was looking up, is it okay to be working really, really hard in your 20s? And I wanted to hear what people had to say about that, who have worked in their 20s and they're on their 30s, and what they had to say about that. And there's a couple consensus, right? There's three ways that you can do this, right? The first way is probably the best way, which is to try to do a balanced, right? So not work so hard that you can't have a life for socializing, right? Um, and then on the other end, there's work really, really hard, minimal time socializing, and then there's the party hard because you don't know if you're gonna live long enough to even enjoy your 30s and things like that, right? And so I want to take this approach. I'm about to be 29 this year, you guys, in March. So next month I'll be 29. I moved back with my family, and I feel as if I can answer this question fairly good right now, right? So I will be approaching my 30s. Got one. This will be my last year in my 20s, you guys. How do I feel about it? I don't know. And here's the reason why I don't know, right? So let me first tell you about my background, right? So I made my first $100,000 in 2022. So I was what, 27 ish, 26, 27 ish. Made about 70K when I was about 25, 26. It just kept going up, right? So from 60, 70, and then the last 2 years I made 100K plus. And I can say, and I moved out actually. I moved out from my mom's house, and I, had my own place for about the last 2 years as well. And so I kind of lived a decent life. I really, when I think back, I enjoyed my money. I did not do all the things that I wanted to do. To be quite honest, I was with the girl, and we were really, really like like serious, but not so much as like the boyfriend girlfriend thing. I slept with a bunch of other girls on top of her, and that was just not okay. um but we've definitely worked things out, and so I definitely wanted to be a wild boy, and that's one thing that I did not do that kind of irks me a little bit, right? Because when I had all that money, I could have been slaying. Like, let's just be honest. I'm not even trying to, if you're watching this, I don't, you know who you are. I don't want you to feel, I'm not trying to be disgusting about it. I only want to be honest to anyone that's watching it, right? So now that I'm broke and I'm about to be 29, on these dating apps and stuff like that, I'm getting matches, and my mind, I can't even really conversate with a lot of these girls, and just I can't focus because I just want that money. Not only do I want that money back, but I want money through trading, right? And I think this is why, to answer your question, you guys, is it, should you work hard in your 20s and then in your 30s, right? And so people advertise working smart, right? There's this saying, right? Some of the astute redditors will point out that it's about working smarter, not harder. And I want to agree with that. But what does working smarter look like? I can't truly give you that answer, but I can tell you what it means for me. For me, I think it depends on the personal skills that you have, right? My cousin, for instance, right? I think my cousin he's actually going to turn 30 this year. It's crazy. My cousin is kind of, we're very similar, but we're opposites, right? He's extremely extroverted, extremely popular, and I'm, you know, sociable, but I'm more reserved. I'm more into the computers and stuff like that. I definitely get out. I definitely got out when it was time, and I'm about to get back out when I get back into it. But um, now I'm about to be 29. If I worked really hard and I didn't get to experience the money and enjoying it, man, I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars just, on just expensive stuff, and it was fun. When I look back on it, it's nice to have those memories. It's nice to really, it comforts me at night knowing that, I was able to really, really enjoy my money, right? The last year though was it's hurting me the most because I'm learning trading, as you could tell in my last couple videos, and I've spent $15,000 to $17,000 straight cash and in trading, and I haven't seen that money back. And that right there, and I spent so many sleepless nights. You can see the bags under my eyes, you guys. Like, I have been working so damn hard, and I could use that money now. um it feels like I don't have anything to show for it, and that is what sucks. However, right, I know kind of spent some time getting around the question and getting around the point of the, the conversation, the video, but here's my answer to it. I think working smart is learning how to trade, learning something, building something that you can continue to build on your own, that you can make money, that you don't need a boss and things like that. Like, some people are okay working at a job, right? There's nothing wrong with having a job. Me personally, I work many jobs and I've worked so many different positions, but I found out early that I don't like having a job. I don't like having bosses. I know that's cliche and stuff like that. But listen, I got my real estate license. I got my loan license. I spent 2 years working for Caliber Home Loans, especially during 2020 when the interest rates were stupid low. I spent a lot of time on those phones getting leads and pulling credit, interest rates, all of that shit, you guys. Before that, I was working for Genpack, doing the Facebook and Instagram thing, and I was working my ass off with that, putting in OT. Then I got promoted, and I had classes with people, and it was nice. Then I got laid off, and then I got another company. Was working with the Epic Games, and that was fucking amazing. Laid off from that, and so here we are, you guys. We're here, and with all that money, I realized that I needed to. It's not sustainable, and so I think that I don't necessarily regret the work that I put in, because I think I used it very smartly. I'm about like 80% sure, a little more than 75% sure of myself, that I think I did the right thing with my life. And it's not, I'm very aware of social um, cognitive dissonance, where, I'm just going to say that I'm okay with something, because it hurts too much to be honest about, the time that I've wasted. Oh man, I've many, many times questioned and asked people. I'm like, dude, like, am I missing out? I've said that so many times when I was in the middle of work, and I'm like, I feel like I'm missing out. I feel like I'm missing out. I feel like I'm missing out. And in some ways, I feel like I was. But one thing that I also did on the side was exercised. I made sure to continue to get my health together, and I'm still doing that. I'm having some troubles trying to get it to where I want to get to, but I've developed somewhat of a healthier diet for myself, especially working from home, so that when I do have the funds and the time, I'm I have the energy for it. I have energy for the things that I wanted to do. Now, the energy that you have in your early 20s and your mid 20s, it's I don't want it's either unmatched, or it can be matched in your 30s. And the reason why I say that is because you you can be healthier in your later years than you can be in your earlier years. Um I hit the peak fitness for my life like a year or two ago. You know what I'm saying? And that's not that long ago, like a year or two ago. And now I'm still pretty good. 29 is coming right up, and since I've made that money, I know what I can do differently now. When I make that money again, I know what I can do now, and I'm not 30 yet. So, I think that at the end of the day, it really depends on what you're doing. If you found this video, it is more than likely because you're working your ass off. You should pat yourself on the back for that, right? But you need to understand, and you need to really take a deep look at yourself and figure out what path you're going down, right? If it's to continue to rise up the corporate ladder and things like that, if that's your goal, you know, I would highly suggest socializing on the side as well. People, like, if you plan on really working hard and trying to continue to move up the ranks and jobs, then you should really start networking a lot. Like, you should that should also be your second time part-time job, is networking and socializing and going out and partying and stuff like that, you guys. Obviously not being just irresponsible with it, but you definitely should do that. On the other end, if you are doing something like I want to say like myself, or you're really trying to build something like whether it be YouTube, streaming, whatever you're good at, singing, rapping, some shit like that, right? Trading, I think is a great thing to throw your time and your money into. Not for everyone, obviously, but if you're someone that you this has been interesting to you for a long time and you feel like you could do it, be willing to put in about 5 years. I'm gonna say that. Yeah, put it in about 5 years, you guys. And then at that point, I don't think you'll be able to regret it because this is an infinite money cheat code for the most part if you can master it, right? Once you master it. And so then at that point, time and money doesn't matter. All those things that you wanted to do, you can do. And not only that, you have the benefit of being able to do whatever you want in your later years. And that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm working hard for, you guys. Obviously, we're not there yet. I'm about a year and a half in total time of trading. I stopped in 2020. I should have kept going. I would be trading for about 3 to 4 years, and I would be fucking successful right now had I continued to do that. But life happens for a reason, and so we're here on the journey right now. I do feel as if this year, I know this year we'll see some actual returns for money. Will I be able to quit my job this year? I think so, but I don't want to put that out there just yet. Definitely sometime by that. And I know in the next couple of years, you guys, your boy is not. I'm gonna be a little bit. I'm gonna be different, man. And so I think at that point, that's when I can say I don't regret working my fucking ass off. Also, not to mention one thing here is when dating, right? You're a guy and you wondering about dating girls and stuff like that at earlier later years. Look at Gunna, man. I looked at Gunna. Dude's 30. I didn't know he was 30. It's about how you look. It's about your energy. It's about your persona. It's about the things you do. As a guy, you don't really have to worry about anything, you guys. I think even as a girl, you don't really have to worry about too much. I think as a girl in her 30s, Mm, that stigma is kind of there. It kind of is there, but damn it, if you keep your body up, you will look fucking amazing. And it's the same thing for guys. Guys, you can be 30, 35, whatever, but if you look your fucking age, I mean, hey, but Jesus, like people, when they see me, it's only because like my hair, is like I honestly I feel like I look younger nowadays. My eyes give it away though, and the wrinkles in my forehead and stuff they give it away. But people are surprised to hear my age, and it's because I work out a lot. I do work out a lot. I made sure to always exercise and try to eat as good as I can while still enjoying, indulgences and things like that. And I know this is probably a bit of a boring video, but I hope this helps some people out, you guys. And so the things that I did not do is I didn't get the cars that I wanted to get. And so that's my goal, right? So my next financial goals for upcoming now that I've pretty much done everything is I honestly would just live with people. I lived on my own and that was nice. Um and who knows, we might do that again sometime just because like it's fun to get just butt ass naked with your girl and y'all just all over the place, bumping and grinding in your living room. You know what I'm saying? You can man spread, have your balls out. You know what I'm saying? You can just do whatever you want in a full place, and it's so nice if you got it on your own. But on the other end, you gotta do your own dishes. You gotta vacuum. You know what I'm saying? While I'm here, man, sister do my dishes sometimes. I mean, I'm paying like a fourth of what I was paying by myself. So, I keep a little more cash in my pocket. There's food in the fridge. Food I would never have gotten. I used to just order a lot of food out because your boy didn't want to cook. You know what I'm saying? But I got some personal chefs here. And so shit's kind of nice here. I mean, you get your pros and your cons. Um, but for me, now it is time to get tatted the fuck up, to get a new car and get some brand new clothes and then start traveling. So I feel like I've done all the things that I wanted to do. I've conquered some very big goals. I've done a lot of things, and so now I'm looking forward to enjoying my life. Enjoying my life is kind of what I'm doing now, and so working hard those past 5 to 6, 7 years plus stuff like that, you guys. Um, don't feel bad about it. Just make sure if you decide to go on that grind, make fucking sure you are very clear on the plan that you want to have because you can't get your time back. But what you can do is make the time that you've sacrificed worth it. say that one more time. You can't get your time back, but what you can do is make sure that the time you do spend was worth it. I still play video games, and that's some wasted time. Watch porn sometimes a lot, and that's also wasted time too. But I keep telling myself that, hey, it's to tame myself for a little bit. Hey, it's to make sure I don't put myself in unnecessary situations that I can't afford, such as like going out, driving to see these girls or whatever. Just a waste of money, waste of time, waste of energy when I could have been sleeping, playing a game or something, that I know I would have got pleasure from, yada, 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 whatever, 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 right? Now, things are going to change a little bit. I'm actually going to start enjoying my life. And so that's as a 28-year-old going on 29 who's a Henry, who was a Henry, I should say. Now, shit, man, your boy broke as fuck, unemployed. It's crazy. It's crazy how the mighty fall, you guys, but it's only going to be temporary. So, but as someone who has made a lot of money in the past few years, you guys, I don't think there's anything wrong with spending a lot of time working. Do I have a lot of friends? No, not right now. At least not like. And what do you define as friends, right? I think for me, I have plenty of people that I could call upon, but they just don't interest me at the moment, right? I just feel as if I could be using my time much better than just drinking or just talking about nothing. And that right there is a problem. That's a problem with me. I got to get more interest in friends, or I just got to get out of my own fucking ego and start accepting people. And so that's something else you got to contend with. Think about that. But I hope this answers your question. This is a lot longer of a video than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, enjoy your life and still look forward to the future. Plan for the future, you guys. You're not going to live, you're not guaranteed to live a very, very long life or whatever, but more often than not, you're probably going to live a long life, right? And so, I mean, you pick your poison. Better to enjoy your youth while you can right now, thinking that you may live fast, die young, as they say. Or what if you just so happen that you're going to live a very fucking long life and you wasted all that time not working and getting hard, and by the time that you're older, you're in your 30s, your 40s, your body ain't used to it's not having the energy like you used to, and now it's time to really start stepping up and putting in the grind. You know what I'm saying? You pick your poison. To me, it made more sense to use this energy and this aggression and make fucking money and work my ass off and develop skills so that, because I mean, as a guy, if you keep your body up, man, this testosterone not going nowhere, man. I thought about it. I'm like, man, should I have been humping around a lot more as a 20-year-old youngin? And is my sex drive the same as it used to be? And I'm like, man, maybe it was a lot higher back then, but I mean, I can't tell because a nigga still can bust down like 30 bitches in like an hour. You know what I'm saying? Not an hour, but like if I had the time and the money, man, bro, I know I'd. But quite honestly, I get annoyed easily with people. So, um, yeah. But anyways, I'm going off track. Hope that answers your question. You have a good one, you guys. That's it.